Hey YouTube, it's Adam here again, and just showing my newest toy, the replacement for my old tent trailer. So as you can see, it's a Cabover camper. Finally, I've wanted one of these things for a really long time. It's a Lance Model 200, I guess that's what the sticker says. Just 8 feet long, 88 model year. And all 4 jacks work. I picked up for about 800 bucks. And I sold my trailer for 600. So, it's my little tour. I'm not sure if you could see earlier with the sun. So this is a couple little things like, the running lights. I haven't tested them out yet. The wiring's not exactly done right. The guy didn't have it. I already put the solar panels. I've actually had this for a couple weeks now. I just haven't made a video of it. I've already put solar panels up there, the same ones that came off my tent trailer. And they just run inside. So that's where the propane tank goes, and fridge. It's actually a real fridge this time. So, now time to go inside. Need to get a new little light cover for that. Here's the inside. There you go. Pretty simple, but a heck of a lot better than my tent trailer, that's for sure. It's got everything I need. Everything but a shower. Which is fine. I'll get one of those Kmart, Coleman 5-gallon solar heated little shower things hanging on the ladder or something. But the bed, it's pretty solid, Most of the older ones sag. This one doesn't. It looks like right there, there's somebody left this vent open, is what I think, and it just probably rained like crazy and got all full of water right there. But other than the ugliness, it just no big deal really. Once it has a mattress, you'll never even notice, so that doesn't bother me. But everything else works. There's no leaks on the ceiling or anything, so that's how I know it's something stupid. Here is the kind of like the main little wardrobe thing. Little storage for clothes and stuff. It's already got, my brother already packed his bag. To keep in here. That's where the porta potty goes. And it's nice because it's hidden. Can't see it. If there's any smell, it kind of hides it. It's got those 2 little cabinets that open. And then when you open this, you can pull this curtain, and it goes all the way over here, clips there, and you get some privacy. And a Dometic fridge. And I'm pretty sure it's a 3-way, but the 12 volt's not working. The guy said it's a 2-way, but I looked at the back and it has 12 volt inputs and everything, but it doesn't work. So maybe the heating element's broken or something. But the fridge works great off of propane and 110. And it's a lot bigger than the one I had in the tent trailer. And it's even got a freezer. And it's all very clean. Really, when I bought this camper, I didn't have to clean it up much. It's more dusting off and everything. The stove, 4-burner with oven, which is nice. And the range overhead thing, everything works on that too. The light, fan. And I've already tested all 4 burners, the oven, everything works. There's a double sink, and it's there's no water in the tanks right now. I don't want anything freezing. But I'll probably end up getting a new faucet. I don't really like this one. But this will work for now. The water pump is actually right behind this little red bucket here. And the water pump works, but it's got a little slow leak, so I got to pull it out. Maybe today or tomorrow. And see if I can't fix the leak or just get a new water pump. But over here is you got your little, table that folds into a bed, which actually this bed gets pretty big. About as big as I think that bed. And it folds out to about, there. So the table goes long ways, and you got a pretty big bed here. Coleman evaporative cooler. I haven't been able to test it yet because it hasn't been warm enough to really tell the difference. But I'm pretty sure it works. I know the fan works. Pretty good. All the lights inside work. You got that one fluorescent, which is nice. She's pretty. And what else? The heater actually works really great. It's been cold enough for me to test that thing out quite a bit. Fortunately, the camper came with a propane bottle that had some propane in it. It's one of the older styles, so I can't fill it. I'm gonna have to get a new one anyway. But the heater works, no pilot light or anything. You just turn it on and it turns on. And that's pretty much it for these things. They're pretty simple. It's got pretty decent storage. Decent for me anyway. All that cabinet there, it's got, you can't really put too much there because there's a heater and it gets kind of hot in there. But it's got these ones up here for food or whatever. And of course up here for plates and everything that you really need. I've already done a little bit of personalizing. As I said earlier, it's got the solar panels, so it's always charged. I don't have to plug it in ever to the house. And I also put an inverter, just a 400 watt, because everything else runs off of the 12 volt. And I have that big Energizer that I had in the tent trailer. I kept that because it was brand new. This was actually in my truck, and the trailer came with one the same size that was a starting battery. And this is actually a deep cycle, so I just swapped them out, and now the starting battery's in my truck, and the deep cycle is in the trailer. And for idiots like my brother, so they don't hook it up to the house electrical or generator and have the inverter running at the same time, which would not be a good thing, I put a little crossover switch. So right now, it's on the inverter. Right there, neither one will work, and there you have house. But it'll probably always stay there. And my little charge controller. And that's pretty much it for the inside. And the outside. It's a lot simpler than most, campers and stuff, but that's all I need. And it fits perfectly on my truck. I don't have it on right now because I use my truck for other things, as you can see. But that's the truck I'll put it on that I took it home with, and it actually sits pretty nice. It sits probably an inch or two lower, which isn't bad. Eventually I'll add another spring, but I need a sway bar, at least one sway bar. My biggest problem with these campers was having them fit on my truck because I have this lift gate, which is so nice to have, but you got this handle here that you can't have the campers extending too far and crush the handle. Then you've got the tailgate, of course, so they can't curl around the back. But this one fits actually perfectly. It actually goes to about right here, so the handle, it would crush the handle, so I had to put 2x4s right here when I took it home, but I ended up just cutting the handle here, and my dad helped me with that, and he welded it. So now just 2x4s, and I can actually use the tailgate as a little patio or a little step. Put it down, and that's it. I mean, I'll need tie downs eventually, but he gave me these massive straps, which I'm sure will hold it fine, but I'm not going on the freeway with those yet. And there it is. I hope you enjoyed.